Welcome back to the Celeb Watch. We are back with Jay Leno explains viral airplane stunt as man behaving stupidly. So let's go. You know what they say, shoot for the stars since, in such a case that you fall, you land among the stars. In case you're Jay Leno, essentially creep out of a flying plane and that ought to get you a few chuckles. The TV character, who's notable for his adorations for vehicles, is obviously similarly excited about vehicles in the sky. James Douglas Muir Leno, born April 28, 1950, is an American TV host, jokester, and author. In the wake of doing stand-up parody for quite a long time, he turned into the host of NBC's The Tonight Show with Jay Leno from 1992 to 2009. Starting in September 2009, Leno began an early evening syndicated program named The Jay Leno Show, which circulated weeknights at 10 p.m. ET, additionally on NBC. After The Jay Leno Show was dropped in January 2010 in the midst of a host discussion, Leno got back to have The Tonight Show with Jay Leno on March 1, 2010. He facilitated his last scene of The Tonight Show on February 6, 2014. That year, he was accepted into the Television Hall of Fame. Since 2014, Leno has facilitated Jay Leno's Garage. Leno composes an ordinary segment in Popular Mechanics exhibiting his vehicle assortment and offering car guidance. He additionally composes infrequent windbag articles for the Sunday Times. Leno showed up on The Tonight Show on March 2, 1977, playing out a parody schedule. During the 1970s, Leno showed up in minor jobs in a few TV series and movies. First in the 1976 scene JJ in a Tough Situation of Good Times, and that very year in the pilot of Holmes and Yo-Yo. After an uncredited appearance in the 1977 film Fun with Dick and Jane, he assumed more noticeable parts in 1978 in American Hot Wax and Silver Bears. Different movies and TV series from that period. Beginning in 1986, Leno was a standard substitute host for Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. In 1992, he supplanted Carson as the host in the midst of contention with David Letterman, who had been facilitating Late Night with David Letterman since 1982, circulated after The Tonight Show, and who many, including Carson himself, had expected to be Carson's replacement. The tale of this violent change was subsequently transformed into a book and a film. Leno kept on proceeding as a professional comic all through his residency on The Tonight Show. Leno, who was 71, played out a hazardous trick on a Grumman HU-16 Albatross flying over the Pacific Ocean, creeping out of its nose and hanging off its hood. In a video of the challenging accomplishment, caught and shared by podcaster Spike Feresten, Leno was seen moving out of the plane stream in a symbolic denim shirt as the pilot and travelers are heard chuckling with merriment. While hanging from the airplane, the previous Around Evening Time show offered spectators a go-ahead, then at that point apparently imitated a type of monster comedically ripping at the hood. The spectators' giggling resulted as Leno tenderly brought himself back into the plane, which was taken off a walloping 147 miles per hour or 236 kilometers per hour. Afterward, Feresten got some information about the trick on Spike's car radio digital broadcast. Leno explained that it was to be sure a genuine plane, and that the trick was intended to be amusing. The nose opens from within, so I moved out. Noticeable all around, he said, adding that he had been rising above the Bank of California when he thought to alarm his kindred travelers with the prank. They didn't have a clue about the front of the plane, so I went up to the front and afterward moved up on the windshield, he said, adding the disturbing truth that he wasn't attached to the plane at all during the experience, and it was truly him holding tight. At the point when Feresten inquired as to why Leno would accomplish something so risky, the humorist snickered and said, simply being idiotic. No doubt about it, Feresten said in answer. It isn't so awful. As noted prior, Leno is a devoted transportation vehicle fan and really has a particular proclivity for cars fueled via airplane motors. In June, the performer enlightened Air and Space magazine regarding his broad assortment, containing a 1934 Rolls-Royce Merlin and a 1921 Mercedes-Benz, that there's nothing of the sort as an excessive amount of force or force. Whatever follows will surely come to you as a surprise, but we will make sure to be the first ones to deliver it to you. Until then, stay safe. Before you leave, make sure that you share, subscribe, and like the video.